Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Ivanhoe here on behalf of ProSmiles OC. Well, welcome. It's been a while. How have you been?
I've been great, thank you, Lisa. How are you?
Good, good. Now, for those of our residents who may not know who you are, just give me a little bit about your background and where you're located.
Sure. I'm a general dentist in Laguna Hills, right across the street from Gate 4, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Been here, gosh, on and off for 32 years.
That's a long time.
Yes.
And when you say general dentistry, I mean, you don't just do cleanings and fillings, you do the whole gamut.
Correct. My passion is cosmetics and implant dentistry.
Okay, good. And we're going to talk a little bit about how that works today. So when somebody is looking to have, implants, do they come in just looking for one, two, a handful? What are they looking for?
Lisa, good question. By the time they come in asking for implants, they would have done their own research. Because what they really want is some teeth to eat on and chew and smile. Mm-hmm. So implant is one of the solutions.
Okay.
So,
now, when you talk about implants, now you actually have a display here. Tell me what it is. Like, what are you doing to the mouth?
Sure. Implants are the best way to replace the missing teeth or teeth that needs to be extracted. Mm-hmm. If teeth are decayed or due to gum disease, they cannot be replaced. The old conventional ways are dentures. But dentures are floppy, and you got to clean them, and you got to take them out. People more now they want immediate results, right, and as natural as possible. They want the best they can.
Right. Okay. So what would be the first thing that you do when they're coming in for an evaluation?
I do a little interview with them, ask them what they're looking for, okay, and what their main concerns are, and then I kind of go from there. Listening is probably the most important thing.
Now, do you actually take a scan of their mouth at some point?
I do. The next step would be to find out, once I listen to what they want, what their desires are, then I find out what are some of the options. I do a little information gathering. Okay. Take some scans, some x-rays, maybe some photos, just to see what I have to work with.
Okay, so we've got a couple of examples. So we have a gentleman here who obviously is happy as a clam. Look at him on the right. What did you have to do there?
Yes, he actually flew down from New Jersey. All he wanted to do is eat corn on the cob. And it's been about 30 years since he had corn on the cob, and he's went through different options, and look at his teeth. He's had some crowns, some bridges, some partial dentures. Just wasn't happy.
Right.
And you heard about me. His son actually flew him out here, and we had a consultation. And he's one of my favorite patients. He was so happy.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously that's quite a difference. And let's take a look at the next one that we have. You've got a couple of different people. Now this is quite a transformation.
Yes, these are just some of the things that we can do that's possible. This young lady, she actually is local from Laguna Hills High School, and she just wanted a better smile. Mm-hmm. And through veneers, we were able to give her a pretty smile right there on the right.
Yeah, look at the difference. That's great. Okay, fantastic. And then we have another one.
Yes, another lady who she said she just wants some better looking teeth. She says she's ready for a second phase in life. She's always wanted nice, white, straight teeth. And again, these are veneer cases.
Oh, okay, great. Mm-hmm. And then another one? This
gentleman, his health was failing, and his family complained he had bad breath, and he just had no energy. He had extreme gum disease. Oh. So unfortunately, all his teeth needs to be pulled. They were pretty loose, actually. Even initially taking an impression, they almost came out. Oh. So this was an all-in-4 case, which is what this demonstrates, a few implants, and we gave him a full set of teeth.
Wow. Now, how does somebody get gum disease? Is it something that can develop over time?
Usually, it doesn't happen overnight, that's right. Sometimes genetic plays a big part, or diet, or you just become comfortable and not care about your teeth.
Right, okay. All right, now let's talk a little bit about what we're looking at here. You've got different stages, it looks like.
Yes, so because of time, I'll limit this. So here is a conventional denture that most people are used to. No teeth, and here's denture. It's worked well for many years, but now people want more. The second one is a denture snapped onto implants. So there's 4, kind of like a plastic version, and here's 4 implants. This was snap-on, so that's the next best thing. So with the fixed teeth, what we do is we take some CT scans, such as this, and with this, we can map out where the nerves are and have everything all planned out beforehand. So by the time the patient comes in, we make the surgical guide. We have this. Patient comes in, we know exactly where to put the implants, put that on there, pretty much prepare
it's
all
a
these holes.
guide.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a guide,
okay.
yes. So it's all very smooth and seamless. Once the guide is done, the patient will leave with something like this. See those holes in there? And then once we trim all the excess, and the patient actually leaves with something like a temporary, which is this right here. We trim off all the excess, so this becomes this. That's what the patient leaves with.
Oh, wow.
This is made out of acrylic, so it's very soft and gentle. And then 3 months later, they come in with something permanent like this.
Oh, wow.
So the only difference is one's made out of acrylic and the other one is made out of porcelain.
Oh, okay.
So the patient will leave with something like this.
Now, why do you transfer from the acrylic to the porcelain? Is it just longer lasting?
Yes, long lasting, and this is softer. If you feel this, there's a definite weight difference. They live with that for about 3 months. There's no
Okay.
palate, and then here's a permanent one with
Oh,
porcelain.
wow. Okay.
Significant difference.
Now, does this mimic what teeth would weigh normally or not?
This, since it's attached to the bone, the patient doesn't feel the weight difference.
Oh, they don't feel it at all.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's quite a difference. And they both feel very soft for the most part. I mean, smooth, I guess. Not
Yes,
so much
yes,
soft,
smooth.
but
Mhm.
smooth. Okay.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Now, you know, it's a big process. And what are some considerations that people need to think about before going down this path?
That's a great question. Briefly, my philosophy has changed recently. So I have patients that come in, we would talk and discuss, and I feel like my communication skills need to be improved. Someone turned me on to a gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn. I don't know if you've heard of Jim Rohn. I've started listening to some of his audiobooks, and the communication is so important. And my practice has completely transformed from a small, seeing very few private boutique patient. Jim Rohn once said, the more people you serve and the more people you help, the more rich and fulfilled your life will be.
Okay.
So if anyone has any questions about whether I should go in or am I too old or is it going to be too expensive or maybe
Yeah.
I'm not a candidate, just come on in. I'm sure we can find ways to help you.
Okay, and that's one thing I think that you've always been, regardless of where you're at now in your practices, you've always been very helpful. And like you said, ask any question because you'll have the answer.
Yes, as you can see in the pictures, there's so many different before and afters, so many solutions these days.
Well, right, and you do offer all of them. Well, thank you so much. It was very nice to see you again, and congratulations.
Thank you. It's always good to be here. Thanks for the opportunity, Lisa.
You're welcome. If you have any questions about anything that we have discussed, you can always go to their website, which is ProSmiles OC, and you can call them at 949-880-6638. We'll be right back.